Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please get out a tablet and a pen. My name is Ray, last name is Reynolds. Write it down, and please remember in the beginning of this overview, I'm going to be here for about 30 minutes. I'm going to talk about getting to the $1 million dream. I want to help you get there. I'm going to show you what I did and what I've been teaching rich and famous people for 43 years. All right, we're going to teach you some Ray secrets today. Write it down at the top of the page. No pictures, no recording, tablet, pen, put it here. Ultimate goal. Most people spend thousands of dollars trying to make it. They probably have whatever they bought from that, maybe that motivational blah, 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 sitting on the shelf. See, the problem is if someone's not going to hold your hand, do the work for you, how are you going to do it and ask those questions? But me, it's kind of weird. My journey started when I was born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. She was 15 and a half years old. She didn't want me. She actually stuck me in the trash can. You know, when the next family got me, all right, they got to do one thing. They dropped me off Redondo Beach Pier every morning at 6:30. From the age of 3 to 9.5 years old, I was living in hell being used and abused too. I got to basically learn how to steal and beg off the pier. I had to have a trash can too. But there's one thing about me. God gave me the ability to learn to read at 2.5 years old. I got an IQ off the chart. I write with both hands, talk at the same time too, and I got total recall on most things. So you know what I did? All right, it's pretty simple. I got my first 100,000, I got my million, then I got a double billion. By the way, I did that by the time I was 26 in the corporate structure. What about you? You see, today I want you to understand something. Write down today's date. Write it down. Within 3 to 6 months, everybody can get 100,000 of cash credit. Everyone get $1 million too. We put some cash in the bank. You want to play? I'll bet you I'm going to teach you things today you've never heard before too. One of my mansions. So that's what we get to do. So write down today's date, the end of the year. Let's make sure you go get it. You see, I had 6 mansions at the time. It's kind of fun. That's the largest house in Huntington Harbor, by the way. I had my 3 yachts. Don't forget my big buildings and my Lamborghini collection too. See, they also call me the Millionaire Maker. You want to play? But here's the problem about half of you. Sorry to say, you're a procrastinator. You forgot to do something yesterday, today, till tomorrow too. You got to knock it off. See, time, I don't control it, neither do you. So I can't waste a second of the day. I never know when it's over. So let's understand something. In 2009, there I am. Look at me. I died in a coma. Didn't matter. I was worth a couple $1 billion. It didn't matter. All right, after taking people on the corporate yacht, the next day I'm in a coma and I got to die. Well, that kind of sucks. But you know what? I'll bet you need to write down getting past go. Yeah, you're stuck. If you weren't stuck, why the hell are you watching me? Flat out, we're going to tell you the truth and the rules and the tools. Now remember something, I'll show you my Lamborghini collection, the Duffys, the 6 mansions, how I reached my goals, and I even beat the world record for the highest kick on the planet in 1981. I just wanted to prove white men do jump and stupid people say we don't. So remember today I parked my race boat in my backyard. Where you park yours? How about the helicopter? How about the largest U-Dock in Huntington Harbor? How about the 3 yachts and the Ferraris too? Write down and raise rules. Let's learn to play. Bottom line today, you get to play. I'm going to teach you some secrets too. You'll hear things today you've never heard before in your life. July 4, 2009. We took out the yacht. Here I am the next day. Can you imagine? The next day, I get N1H1 pandemic number 9. I got to die at 5:41. The doctor told my wife I'm going to die. She screamed her head off, and someone tricked her to sign a POA that day. So I got a choice when I died. Stay in peace or go back. Well, I said go back. Now, here's the problem. If you have bad credit, sorry, it's because your lack of knowledge. You're using the wrong money in the first place, and you brought the pain home. As of today, you're going to stop that right away. You're going to write down some secrets and learn to play. Now, let's look at federal law, the Federal Trade Commission. They say credit repair is a scam. They also call it a fraud. They say your credit's not broken, you got to rebuild it. And those companies are not allowed to collect money every day, but they do. They're breaking the law. Oh, well, guess what? Getting to know me is pretty simple. Why don't you Google Credit Services Act today? You'll get a copy of the page I just showed you too. It's going to talk to you about the Credit Repair Organization Act as well, where it says attorneys can't do credit repair. What are you supposed to do now? 43 years I have stood there, in person or online, holding people's hands for 43 years, 6 to 7 days a week. You see, I broadcast 3 times a day, Monday through Friday, and all day tomorrow, which is Saturday, live classes. You're stuck with me, by the way. Let's build a relationship and give you the race secrets. Is that okay with you? What I've been teaching to rich and famous people in banks and grocery stores for 43 years. Every seminar, workshop, and boot camp, you're stuck with me. And I want to hold your hand for at least 90 days. Is that okay? I'm not going to just give you this or that, say bye-bye, like Tony Baloney does to Johnny here too. You got a choice today. Let's learn to play. Well, I've been teaching rich and famous people for 43 years. All right, you know what? There's only 4 ways to get to millionaire status. You ready? Number 1, you can win the lottery today. But if you did, most of you would piss that away. How about inherit the money? You do that too. How about that big raise? Oh, goody. I'll bet you it's faster if you let me rebuild you. I can get you to millionaire status in about 6 months or less. Average is about 90 days. But you want to play? We can play all day tomorrow too. You see, you got 1,000 steps. That's all you have to do. I wrote it down so you can't even screw it up. If you leave off where you left off, just go back to where you left off too. Now let's give you the first 25 steps today. You ready? Number 1, I want you to go clickety-clack, go to raisecredit.com. Get your credit reports for free. You see, that's step number 1. Give me the report numbers in the right-hand corner. I'm going to make your score go up and away in about 90 working days. I got to make you a qualified CFO. Now, I need you to listen very carefully. I'd like you to get out your Social Security card or your personal wallet now. I want you to get that SSN out. See, we were told something as kids. To get a job, you got to get an SSN, Social Security card. We got the card. We got the job. And guess what? That created our 1040 tax return. We're going to learn to play today. When you get out that card today and read it front and back, step number 2, it's going to say, do not laminate, don't use for ID purposes. And on the back of this card, it's amazing. It says the property of such administration, not you. It's not even yours. Even though 9/10 allows possession. Yeah, right, not on that. So let's understand. Give me the report numbers. I can make anybody's score go up and away in about 90 working days. That'll be step number 3. Now, no case ever goes past 181 days unless you mess up on you. So remember, years ago when I was training Ken Yarborough, Security Chief at TRW and Asperian, and Harold Stokes and me, I came up with rapid scoring for your mortgage companies. I also came up with rapid refresh. This is where it blocks anything you have bad, and it pushes your score up and away in about 90 working days. Is that okay with you? So here's what's going to happen. I can tear apart your credit reports. I can get your credit right away. Now here you got 3 choices to play. To rebuild your credit, get the do-it-yourself book and CD, and go to the class tomorrow at 8 a.m. in the morning, Pacific Standard Time, or let us do the work for you. Now here's how it works. Everything I've ever done for 43 years, I always refund you in credit or 1 times to 10 times money back to you. I like to take away your excuses. Okay, I don't allow those. So credit rebuilding, rapid rescore, the office sells it for $9.98. I always give you half price on a webinar with me. I don't have to pay a commission. Now guess what? I got a class tomorrow at 1 o'clock. It's called Education Analyzation. If you want to go, you can. You don't have to if you don't want to. But remember, no case past 180 days unless you screw up on you. Now, here's the thing I've always done. I'm going to hand you a $1,000 cash card. That's right, as I rebuild your credit. I want you to reimburse yourself and take away all your excuses so at the end of the day, it becomes free. And what I told you is true. I charge you half price on a webinar if you Zelle $4.99. But if you don't, call the office. They'd love to get you $9.98. They're on commission. And you're guaranteed a 750 score in writing, by the way. And guess what? We're going to talk about Zelle today. You see, between all the hacking of credit cards and credit bureaus and the companies they blackmail all the time, Zelle is something they cannot hack. It's an instant transfer of money. So take a picture of this page today. On Zelle, I am the recipient. My name is Ray Reynolds. And then it's email address, ray@raisecredit.com. You can do a bank transfer deposit, B of A or Chase. But you see, I take away your excuses. But then the next thing I need you to do is pay attention and turn these up, please. You see, you got all that junk mail. You did it to yourself. Half your robocalls, too. You did it to yourself. What can I say? Call 888. Write it down. 567-8688. Opt out for 5 years. That's step number 4. Let's get that junk mail to stop and half the robocalls, too. Next thing I need you to do is plan the problem. I know if I talk to you on the phone, you're going to say somebody knocked you down, got in your way, took it away from you too. By the way, it's probably a friend or a family member, by the way. Now, I need you to write down safety credit. Can you do that for me, Seth, please? Now, let's look. These cards are $50,000 a piece. The problem with you, nobody taught you the rules and tools how to play. It doesn't matter what I say, because guess what? TransUnion, Equifax, Experian, and Credit Karma, they've all been indicted before, because they kind of lied just a little bit. Here's the truth. If you take any card past 29%, you jack that sucker up, you dropped your score. You got stuck, you can't get any more. See, you shouldn't be using your personal credit the way you do anyway. So we're going to teach you how to play. You ready to play some more? How about the line of defense? In your city today, you got Chase Bank, B of A, Wells Fargo, grocery stores. Do you know when they don't like a location for years, what do? They suck out all the assets and they bankrupt the hell out of it. And then they write it off on their taxes. And then they get a tax credit. Did you get a tax credit when you screwed up and brought the pain home? Or did you go home and go, boo-hoo-hoo? You see, the excuses stop today. Here's the truth. They don't want everyone to tell you. Any account that is at 0 to 29% is always in the green. They can't lie about this. And 30% is in the yellow. Anything about that's in the red. See, you got to learn how to play. I told you to put the sticky behind your cards today. Please write down never bring the pain home, because that's called silly and dumb. You see, I couldn't do that as a kid. All I got is used and abused. But I read every damn book I could get my hands on. You got to basically learn raise rules and secrets. We're going to play step number 5 for you today. Now, what happens with most of you, probably all of you? You got an emergency, you lost your job, what do? You run out of time, you run out of money, and then you go jack up your credit in 42 days. Why do people do that stupid thing? Why would anybody jack up their credit and bring the pain home to their family when they didn't want to in the first place? Oh, I'm sorry. All right, lack of knowledge, and they're using the wrong damn money anyway. Oh, well. Now, let me repackage your life. How about your house? That's one of the mansions. How about your car? That's one of my first cars, too. It's Go Quintosh Lamborghini. How about the bank account's got $1 billion in it? Would you like one of those, too? You can play. I actually get credit from my cat years ago to pull off that stunt, too. Cats have 9 lives since as of today, so will you. Egg magazine in front of you. Guess what? How to finance anything by using plastic. Let's pay attention. Corporate credit, you can write off the interest rate in the credit card, the line of credit too. You can finance the business on its own damn money, up and away. And if a division screws up that I wrote the rules in 86 for, guess what? You get to write off that too, like the grocery store and the bank do. Nothing to lose and everything to gain. Your problem is you got to pay attention. Hey, I know half you got a corporation before you met me. And then after you got it, they say 9 out of 10 people do one thing after they set it up. They sit there going, beep, 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 beep. That's it. In other words, they don't know what the hell to do next. It's ridiculous. So guess what? Let's pretend you need $5,000 now. What are you going to do? Go ask your friends and family. Good luck. And the bank, too. They're all going to say no. And every one of you wastes $50 every other day. If we took this $5,000 card here on the screen or in my hand, you know if I had to use that whole thing today? The payment's $50 a month. So if we use some common sense, what the average person wastes every other day, they could have had a safety credit card for $5,000 and never brought the pain home too. They also say you waste $140 a week. Is that true? That's $600 a month. Do you know what that represents? That's a $50,000 credit card. If I max out one of these today, the payment is $612.26. So back to common sense. If you basically are wasting $600 a month, that's $50,000 credit. I would have bought you 2 pizza restaurants with a drive-thru during a damn pandemic. Stop wasting money. Why the hell are you bringing the pain home? I don't know what's wrong with you. Are these turned on? Okay, step number 6. Today, you're changing your life starting now. Now remember, you got to believe in yourself and reach your goals. I reached my goals, every one I had by the time I was 26. We're only talking $2.6 billion under corporate structure, by the way. Kind of fun. Now I believe in God and I believe in me. When I broke that record for the highest kick on the planet in 1981, I hold still today. I wanted to prove white men do jump and stupid people say we don't. Remember, don't hear those people around you say you can't do this or that too. God gave you a gift and a dream. Why don't you see it, believe, and go get it? Now we got to go back to the basic, back to the beginning. We all were told to get an SSN to get a job. We did that. We followed like sheep. Bah, bah, bah. Now we're dogs. Because if they sue you, you got a duck. See, we're getting that big paycheck that week. Remember the first one? And you planned all the bills you're going to pay. And guess what happened to that paycheck? It came out to be this small. What happened to the check? Where'd the money go? Oh, you forgot they get their cut before you get the leftover. That's the IRS public record. So it's tax, 1040 tax return, and then it's probate when you die. Isn't that fun? You like being a quack, quack, quack? Well, that's up to you. You can learn what I've been teaching rich and famous people for 43 years in grocery stores and banks too. But you didn't have to pay attention today. You know why you got an SSN? Another reason too? We're the collateral for the United States of America Incorporated. Ever since Nixon took the gold standard out. They don't quit printing money 24/7 unless they run out of paper. That happened 3 weeks ago. Wow! Can you write down Ray's rules, please? 100,000. I know you're going to say, that's too much, Ray. Let's knock it off. When you couldn't pay that house payment, that rent payment, that car payment, you were afraid to get food on that table, you better listen and learn. You're getting older, slower. You're not as pretty as you used to be. None of us are. 100,000 of credit, use 29%. What does that do for you? 71,000 of safety credit case, blanket the fan, lost a job or pandemic for 19 damn months. When you, all of you, you take that personal money and credit from that family, you roll that dice, hell, all you do is bring the pain home. Knock it off. It's ridiculous. Write down, never bring the pain home again. Yeah, I'm going to tell you what to do. Because guess what? If you weren't did it yourself, you wouldn't be watching me. Hell, you'd be telling me what to do. But I'm only going to be worth about another $10 billion pretty soon. Raise rules. Why don't you write down step number 7 today? Now, I know you got a sad story. You're going to tell everybody, blah, blah, blah. Nobody really gives a damn. I'm sorry to say they don't. I'm being used and abused as a kid. Nobody gave a damn about me. Eating out of a trash can, begging and stealing. My first coma, I was 5.5 years old. I went down that street, Delane Street in Torrance, with my face as the brake going pop. When I woke up from that coma, the lady was ringing the bell in front of me. She says, you got to go pee-pee. You ring the bell. You're crippled. You can't walk, young man. You know what? I rang that bell that day till my hand was friggin' numb. I crawled with my bloody body and stitches and all to the toilet to go pee-pee. When I got to that toilet, the voice inside of me said, get up. I got up. I never stayed down. What about you? My last coma, 2009, I got to die here. And that sucks. But I got a choice to stay in peace or go back. Now, there's my yacht, one of the 3, race boat. My name are on them. Show me yours, please. I'm so tired of blah, blah, blah. If they don't give you rules and tools, throw it away. Johnny says Tony Baloney ripped him off for $7,500. I said, no, you paid him to dance around with the stupid microphone for 3 days going, ah! And then he said, bye-bye with your money. See, rules and tools. I'm dead in that picture right there. All right, they're asking my wife if I'm a donor. But what did I get to do? I get to come back and play with you. So you know what I did? I walked around with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks. And I put my credit score back to an 820. Then I popped a $1 million card again. I don't stay down. Why do you? I don't understand. You got 4 ways to do this. Tell me again. Oh, lottery? Good luck. Inherit the money? Most people get money, they piss it away, don't know how to play. Oh, get the big raise. Oh, goody for day. Or let me rebuild you. The bottom line is, you ready to play? You want to learn race secrets today? You better be able to plan. Here's the thing, you got to plan that problem. Now, I taught rich and famous people in banks and grocery stores to do this for 43 years. I want you to write down the word closet division. I want you to have 5 of those suckers. This way, if someone screws up, you pull out another one, another one, another one, another one, another one. If the bank can do this, the grocery store in the city can do this, rich and famous people, why the hell aren't you doing it? I don't understand. I don't understand. Do you like bringing the pain home? You like going boo-hoo-hoo? Raise secrets today. God's delays aren't God's denials. It's up to you. Now, let's say I write you a check for $1 million. What are you going to do with it? Come on, tell me what you're going to do with the check. Whatever you say is going to screw up anyway. Sorry, because you don't know how to play with money. You see what happens if I gave it to a man? Most of them piss it away and they're broke the next day. You see, if you put it in your personal bank account, you keep $375. The rest go to the IRS, and you pay tax on the interest you earn too. Isn't that good? Oh, you're going to put it in the corporation? Then what are you going to do? Yes, a corporation buffers the tax. No taxes due until you make a profit. So you can set up the pension plan, annuities, profit sharing, medical, dental, life insurance policy, company car, business trip, on and on and on. SS4 is the opportunity for the dream, but here's the problem. When you spend the money, you're broke. Winning the battle. Ray secrets. Don't you realize I've been teaching people how to leverage money into 5 times more and more? Step number 8. You see, here's the thing. If you spent the money through the corporation, would you not be broke? Because anything in your hand is buy, buy, buy. But if you did what I told you to do, well, we're going to do 5 times X, no tax, it's tax-free, you'll never run out of money again. But again, are you willing to listen and learn and turn these suckers up? It's going to be up to you. Oh, maybe you're like Mary here. All right, Ivy League, working for a Fortune 500 company, a couple $100,000 a year. Her CPA and attorney helped her start a business. Oh, goody! They charged her $20,000 for doing nothing, diddly squat anyway. And you know what? She spent $100,000 of her personal money in credit. She had a 810, now it's a 591, and she's getting ready to lose her house too. You see, I don't want you to be one of the Marys of the world, because guess what? The CPA and attorney don't really know how to play. They know how to file a tax return, if they're lucky with that too. Let's look at your grocery stores and your banks. Come on, what do? How about Sam's Club? 63 locations in California shut down 2 years before a pandemic. 1,910 around the world too. They bankrupt locations, suck out the assets and get a tax what? They run off their taxes and they got a tax credit for screwing up. You screwed up, what'd you do? Go home and give boo-hoo-hoo? Remember, branch number, tax ID, subsidiary, write it down. What I created in 1986 is simple. Divisions and tax IDs. I create the tax ID, just the divisions. You know what happens? When we get to the million, then we turn them into subsidiaries too. We get to have fun, step number 9 today, if you want to play. Now, when you heard cities file bankruptcy in the past, what did you do? Nothing. You sat there and you heard it, but that's all you did. You see, the next day I was at the court building. I want to know how they did that too. I've been tearing things apart since I was a little boy, how they got the money. You know what they did? I went to the court building almost every day for a month or two. The United States of America Incorporated. They set up 50 corporations. They're called states. States that are corporations, hell, they call them cities. You ever pay attention to that? That's called the line of defense. And they planned the problem. They created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy just in case blank hit the fan. But you get a bad day. You bring the pain and go boo-hoo-hoo. That stops us today, by the way. We're going to play. Apple was bankrupt in 97. Out of business and out of done. Mr. Bill Gates got indicted 4 times for being so damn smart too. What did he do? He wrote a check for $150 million right in front of you. He saved Apple's assets. And now they're worth trillions of dollars and they don't pay any damn tax at all because they know how to play the game. Did you pull out your Social Security card like I told you to in the beginning? SSN. We're only entitled to 1. That's terrible. Oh well. But then an SS4. All right, you get as many as you need. Corporation, division, subsidiary. I got clients who are out of the country and they go, I can't do it. I'm not a U.S. citizen. I go, stop that crap. On an SS4 form, it says even foreign country. There's no damn excuse on this planet besides you being lazy. You don't know how to play. So now understand. Write down bankruptcy today. I got no intent to do fraud, neither do you. But I got the intent never to bring the pain home to my family. What about you? Google bankruptcy. I want you to Google it right away when we're done today. You're going to come up this page. It says SSN. We get 1. We're a bunch of quack, quack, duck, ducks, sheep, sheep, sheep. But then it says SS4. Corporation, division, subsidiary, more. Hell, we get to play? And I got to try again and again and again every day? Why would anybody bring the damn pain home when they never had to? You should have started this at 18 out of high school. I started mine at 9.5. How's that for you? Here's our live. If you got an SSN equals a 1040 tax return, tax, probate too. That's the IRS public record in front of you. SS4 equals 1120. Line 10 says banking and credit purposes. So you can play or you can still be a duck. Quack, quack, quack. That's up to you. You see, our choice is simple. We're only entitled to 1 SSN, the United States of America, Incorporated. Quack, quack, quack. But an SS4, United States or anywhere on the planet today, it gives you the chance to try to win. And again and again. You got no choices. But if you want to be a duck and you don't want to do anything, go back and being stuck. I only want to help the ones who are going to get to million to billion. I got only 18 million of those and 19 billionaires too winning the battle. But that's going to be up to you. Tell me how you're going to do it on your own. Please, you already tried that. Wasted thousands on a bunch of crap. I bet you're sitting on the shelves collecting dust today. Win the lottery. Inherit the money. Get a raise. Sorry, most people piss that away anyway. How about I rebuild you and teach you how to play with money? And we rebuild your life right away. Now, I want you to pay attention. This is where my life changed. Even though I was being used and abused and stealing and begging off the people, you have a trash can too. Every Wednesday night, that family, they had a poker game. And one night, you know what they said? They said a corporation's a legal person. I wrote it down. They told me I was weird. But you know what I did the next day? I went to the Torrance Police Department, rode my little bicycle. Next door was a library. I walked in. Ma'am, can you tell me what this means? This is a McAfee here book. What the hell? I think she said McAfee book. It's like I'm being back in Mayberry. You see, this is chapter 18. I'm looking for a blueprint, instruction manual. Let me tell you something. Luckily, I learned to read at 2.5 years old. I read usually 10 books at a time, a page at a time too. I got pissed off that day. I didn't find my blueprint, my instruction manual to get out of hell. It's not legal advice, it's chapter 18. Let's read it together. You ready? While it says a corporation's a legal person may sue or be sued. No wonder 9 out of 10 people set up a corporation every day. They said they're going, that's all. They don't know what the hell to do. Now, if you pick the corporation situation, I get to play with you. I'll teach you to play. But you're going to get one of these calls like I get every day. And I always tell the operators, give it to me, please. I got one today from a lady. She goes, are you a member of the Better Business Bureau? No, ma'am, you sound highly intelligent. Can I ask you a question, please? Why didn't you Google BBB got busted? Why didn't you check them out before you're asking me if I'm a member of Crooks? Yeah, Crooks. All right, see, the Better Business Bureau, ma'am, has been a fraud since day one. All right, you just have to Google the BBB got busted. It's online, too. She says, well, I saw 6 good reviews and 2 bad about you. I go, ma'am, I got 18 million clients plus. And not everybody likes me. Hell, ma'am, I'm sorry, not everybody likes you. Isn't that fun? Now, if you do the corporation situation, remember, if you want an A rating, it's $615. And sometimes they have a blue light special, too. But you got 10 million companies who will not be blackmailed by them. Doesn't matter if it's Wolfgang Puck, KBC, and even Mickey Mouse, too. You see, they're a fraud. Not only were they indicted, hell, they changed their name to Business Alliance BS to that, too. Cities that said, get out of my city. Quit being a fraud to my city, too. They're a fraud. I'm not saying it. I'm not making it up. That's in 2020 and CNN. Check it out. So you got to learn how to play. You see, like today, I got to do 2019 Rich and Famous People, too. They're the clients. I get profit and nonprofit. That's kind of fun. But you know what? As I'm helping rich and famous people for 4 decades, too, I always taught them how to play with their secrets. You want to play? Hey, I created a program for people going out of prison, too. Hey, they need a second chance. This is Free Ray Ricky Ross from my neighborhood. 20 years in prison. And I basically rebuilt his credit in 6 months. I got him a gold and a platinum card right in front of you. Paid over time for up to $1 million. Would you like 1 or 2? Well, let me know. How about Thomas? He was in prison for 26 years. But within 6 months, I rebuilt him. His business in the dump truck business. And last year, he did over $2.5 million. How's he doing so far? See, you're going to have to beat your dad and run your race. Your problem is you might have to get out of my way while I rebuild you. Because you're probably in the way anyway. You see, I can show you millions and billions of goodies. Gideon Pass Go. How about God's Gift, one of the 6 mansions? You see, there's the yachts and the race boats parked in the backyard. Where you park yours again? I'm from Show Me State. Helicopter, one of the buildings, one of the Lamborghinis too. Let's have some fun. Now, I wrote Winning the Game of Business 43 years ago. All right? See, you got the 1,000 steps and rules and tools in that too. Did you know I was at the Bonaventure for 32 years every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. too? I was the 2nd largest advertiser in Los Angeles. Wow! Now, if you ever want the rules and tools, it's called the Millionaire's Founders Kit. The office sells it for about $1,000. On the live webinar, I discount it to $4.99. and then I ship it right away. But if you don't do it through me, do it through them so I can pay them a commission. You get charged twice as much. Hey, that's your own fault for paying attention and not listening to me. You do it to them. If you pay attention, you can save half price. Now, the recipient for Zelle, me, Ray Reynolds, and it's an email address, ray@rayscredit.com. That's all you got to do. Now, I want you to protect your ass. It's years ago, I started pushing this pretty hard with people, my clients. My clients, I tell them what to do. After they get to know me, they just follow through. The more they think, the more they screw it up. And one of the things that pissed me off is when the DMV sold Rebecca Schaefer, my client and friend, for $10 at the DMV, and that man shot her in the head and blew her head off. I met her through Robin Williams, my client too. So that pissed me off. And ever since that day, I want you to change your driver's license to a P.O. box or mailing address. I want you to protect your ass. It's Ray's rules, never bring the pain home ever again. I want you to Google the Driver's Privacy Protection Act too. No more excuses. You showed your driver's license, you wrote a check. Your house got robbed too? You got to protect your ass. Yeah, it's step number 12 starting today. Now, when I created the rules and tools for divisions in '86, it's simple. Multiple functions, disconnect, isolate, incorporate, separate pieces, and the greatest gift about a division under a corporation, it's a legal person. Can you imagine? Listen to what I'm telling you. Corporate credit, all right, and we get to write off the credit under the corporation divisions, and the division's a legal person too. This means on a corporation, if I get you one of these cards up to $1 million, all you got to do is call free money. All you do is maintain the minimum payment, and hell, the corporation writes that off too, and then we get you 9 sister cards if you want. Would that be fun? Every division gets its own line of credit. Oh, how about a piece of property in every division too? How about a franchise? So all of a sudden you realize that the rich and famous people I've been teaching in banks and grocery stores do this every day. They got a bad location. What do? All right, they put it aside. They might have to bankrupt it too, but they got A left to go. And what do? They set up another one. Yeah! You see, you want to be a bucket of money? You want to be the bank and do tax balancing too? I wrote books on that as well. Now let's look at your car today. What did you do? It's simple. You went to the car dealership. You let them switch you for hours on end. You lost $5,000, 9 inquiries too. You're only entitled to 6 inquiries in every 180 days anyway. But what did you do? See, they handed you a piece of paper, and they said, if you fill this out, we'll run your credit. And you went, here, I'm a sheep. Stop being a damn sheep. Anytime you fill out an application, you sign that sucker. Next to that, you write down this allows one inquiry. You take a damn picture. It's about time you step up to the plate and understand that's number 13. You see, your car today, you should have did the way I do it. Fleet price, tax ID under a division. That way it never shows up on the personal credit report. And by the way, it's a corporate car. It's a full write-off. Try writing off your car. It's registered to you and with your division or corporation. Go ahead. Your CPA and your attorney, your tax attorney, we're going to argue the hell out of you, and they're going to win because you didn't learn to play from me. Oh, well. You might want to learn Ray's secrets, too. Now, if you got a repossession on your credit report, oh, goody for you. The IRS might give you a 1099-C. Now you get another problem, too. But what can I say? You drive that car to the grocery store and the bank today. A little bumpity-bump, what happens? All right, that person you bumped is going to scream their head off and act like they're going to die. They got to put on a show to get in front of those cameras, too, because they'll use it in court so they can sue you, take everything you got. Then they ask for driver's license, insurance, registration. And then you pull it out and you go, I wish I listened to Ray. I hear that every damn day. Your driver's license, really, your home address? That's up to you. The insurance for that car you drive today, is it coming out of that paycheck, which is tax, and you get the leftover? Don't they call that taxable income? Oh, well, what can I say? A corporation could have paid without paying for that insurance. They would have wrote it all off. But today, you're the registered owner. So go quack, quack, quack when you drive the car down the street. Don't you see those 44 attorneys on TV? I'm number one, I'm number one. How about the billboards, too? It's simple. When they sue everybody because you did the little bumpity bump, they're going to sue you. Guess what? You didn't plan the problem like I told you to. The registered owner should always be a division of a corporation. Let's see at the end of the day if we can give them diddly squat. Hell, why not? But again, that's on you. You see, that's step number 14. Ultimate goal. Oh, you want to buy a car at fleet price and tax ID into a division? No problem. I teach that tomorrow on Saturday's goal setting at 7 a.m. in the morning. Pacific Standard Time too, every Saturday. You can play some more, learn some more secrets if you want to, but it's up to you. I had 17 houses at 19. I couldn't get number 18. They kept saying, loan to value problem. You can't do it. How'd you get 17? I kept saying, well, if you're the damn expert, you tell me. I transfer them to the divisions. Now, not only did I free up my credit report, no more loan to value problem, I separated liability. By the way, your paycheck should be a break even. I'll teach you how to do that at the workshop. Now, corporations don't pay tax till they make a profit. So understand, all right, when Amazon paid no tax on the 10 billion and the trillion, hell, you pay more tax than they do. Congratulations again. And don't say loophole. That does not exist. They're doing what they're allowed to do. They pay tax on property tax, gallon of gas too. And you got 3 of them, they have their own damn spaceships now. They got so much money they don't know what the hell to do. And they write that off too. Wee, you want to go to the moon? Hey, you want the battery guy? Or you want the shipping guy? Which one do we want to go? Why not? But here's the thing. You see, the Internal Revenue Service Incorporated, all right, the rules and tools say corporations don't pay tax so they make a profit. So the bottom line is you can complain or you can join the club and learn Ray's secrets too. But that's up to you. You see, here's the guy who owns his own island, but he writes that off too. He even leases them and makes a profit, but he writes that off too. And he's got his own spaceship. I wonder which one do we want to go on first? Whee! But again, here's Carl. Check him out. He's fun. See, borrow money's not taxable. Now, we don't create debt on consumers. That's called stupid. Who the hell would be dumb and bring the pain? No, only dumb people do that. So we got $1.2 billion in Bank of America, and he has never paid tax because borrow money's not taxable. Wow. What if you had some knowledge, you knew how to really play, and then I get to hold your hand almost every damn day. Isn't that fun? But if you get money in a corporation, that's a good thing. But if you don't times 5 times X and realize it's tax-free, and you never run out of money again, you're going to get it and piss it away like you've been doing anyway. But again, who's going to teach you to play? Now let's have a little exercise. You ready? We're going to take this card, called an ink card, 100,000 plus. Let's take 50,000 off the card. We get to write off the interest rate and the credit and the line of credit and the bill too, and everything else. Wow! So we take 50,000 off the card. Okay. We help 5 people save their house. 10,000 apiece. It's not even our damn money. We just have to maintain the payment. We put a second on their house, and we put basically a homestead blocker and a UCC one to chat a mortgage. I know if you're an expert in real estate, I'll have to explain that one to you too. But you know what happens now? After you pay the payment on that card, you now have $2,449 a month positive cash flow. Wow! Would you like to replace your income or increase in about 7 weeks? You want 5,000 or 10,000? You get to decide what you want to do. That's learning Ray's secrets too. Wow, Mr. Buffett's father, I loved him. Warren's even good too. He tells everybody we should pay more tax. He pays less tax than any of them. All right, he just wants to look like the hero. 100 companies plus in his favorite 10. Ketchup, Geico, Coca-Cola, American Express, Duracell, Dairy Queen, See's Candy, Brits, Druid, for the loan. He got them all for free. I love this crap. He uses borrow money, not taxable. He transfers stock back and forth. There's tax in that. It is a way too. He knows how to play. You want to learn to play? Let me know. I'll teach you how to play too. It's up to you. But you got to learn the secrets how to play the game. Now tomorrow, 7 a.m. all through the day till 4 o'clock, I'm live and in person online. Usually in person too, but now it's online because of the pandemic number 19. What about number 26? Well, we'll have to figure that when it comes along too. So learning secrets all through the day. Now, if all you want to do is get a 750 credit score, okay, I'll guarantee that in writing for you. I'll rebuild your credit, no problem. You can basically do the do-it-yourself book and CD, the class, or we do the work for you. And what happens next is simple. The office wants $9.98. It's a good price. But I was discounted at half price, so I don't have to pay a commission. When you do it through me, then I get to call you right away. Now there's a class tomorrow at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. It's education analyzation. If you want to go, you don't have to. But normal case is 90 days, no case past 180. And then I hand you a cash credit card for $1,000. That way you can reimburse yourself. And right now, today, if you did it during the webinar, I give you half price at $499. And you're guaranteed a 750 score. All right, that's number 15. And here's the Zelle information. Ray Reynolds, that's me. Ray@raisecredit.com. There's the Zelle. All right, use the email address. That's all you got to do. But what excuse you got now? You see, on Saturday and Wednesday at 10 o'clock in the morning, Pacific Standard Time, I always do a corporate setup class. So I show you what types you could pick, what venue to pick, how to name it too. Then we get right into level 1. So I can teach you how to set up your division step by step and buy at wholesale price. Now that's on Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go to either one for 30 days. I'm not doing all the work mostly for you anyway, but put the knowledge here. Learn how to play. But again, that's going to teach you more race secrets too. Now today, if you have a corp, I'll build that one. If you don't, let's get you the starter package. Come on. This is for beginners. All right, we're going to do the credit rebuilding, rapid rescore. All right, make you the CFO, articles, also tax ID, set up in level 1 for 30 days. But I always want to make sure you get your money back through the corporate credit and take away your excuses. So I'm going to hand you $10,000 of cash credit. The office sells this for $2,000, but they only give you $5,000. Let's cut it in half to $9.99 if you sell it during the webinar, and give you 10 times the credit back to you of $10,000. Now what excuse you got? This is all yours too. Oh, you want $25,000? They don't get you the millionaires in the making. Same goodies, but now you get $25,000 of cash credit, and the office sells it for $5,000. I discount it half, which is $2,499 today if you sell during the webinar. All right, and then you get 10 times more back money for you. Zelle, Ray Reynolds, recipient, ray@raisecredit.com, the email address too. Bank transfer deposit, Chase or B of A. You see, I like simple. I'd like you to run your life through a corporation or in conjunction. But that's number 16. You got to do what you want. Ultimate goal, can you imagine today? Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. You see, debt offsets taxes on a corporation. Vum, vum. Oh, you get a paycheck, oh goody for you. It's taxed. You get the leftover. That's called taxable income, by the way. And then you pay what? The payment, gas, registration, insurance. You could say no right away if you want to. You could be driving a company car like I do. But again, it's up to you. You're a grown-up today, right? Step number 17. Now, I'd like you to get an SS4 form today. I want you to realize you get a 1120. It's what it's called a tax return for the corporation. On the SS4 in line 10, it says banking and credit purposes. So remember, this is the IRS public record right in front of you. Number 18 is, let's go find out if he's going to tell us he's factually verifiable too. IRS.gov, you download the SS4 form. If you don't, maybe you just want to be a duck. Quack, quack, quack. That's up to you. Now, I love the United States of America. But every game I've ever played, I master the rules and I like to win. And you know what? No one wanted to play with me as a kid. Hardly want to play with me as an adult too. The United States of America Incorporated, they set up 50 corporations called states. And the states set up the corporations called cities. You see, they're playing the game called line of defense right in front of you. They even planned the problem just in case it happened too. They invented the Chapter 9 bankruptcy. So that means under the Federal Protection Act public record, they get to bankrupt the debts of a city and stay in business today. But no, you haven't set up your line of defense, even though you are we the people. And ever since that happened, guess what? Nixon took the gold standard out and they print money 24/7. And every hospital has been federally mandated that every woman who delivers a baby has to sign an SSN form within 3 hours or less. If she doesn't sign the form so they can print more money and bond the baby can't go in the stroller of the car, she can't go home. It's just the rules and the tools, by the way. Online, you're going to see some websites that say you don't have to guarantee. What a bunch of blah, blah, blah. To get cash credit cards, cash lines of credit, supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit, gas cards too, you got to be a qualified CFO. That's why I'm going to rebuild you too. Now, if you're basically looking at those trade line things, please don't. Look at the Fair Lending Act. I want to visit in prison, by the way. Now, remember, corporate credit cards, so we can write off the interest rate, the line of credit, all the things are write it off, even the division screws up, we get to write off that too, just like the bank and the grocery store do. So the company can finance itself without bringing the pain home. Why didn't you incorporate you at 18? Well, these turned on. I pray that they are today. I still want to make you the qualified CFO you needed to be. Since day one, by the way. Winning the battle? Simple. We're going to play with Ray's secrets. Is that okay with you? So let's talk about your house now. That's fun. I hope you use Ray's rules to buy the house, right? Escrow, close, homestead, put it in trust. You didn't do that? So if they sue you, they take it away? And if you die, get stuck into probate? So your family got diddly squat because you're not paying attention today? Oh, well, that's on you. You fix up a property, you hire a contractor. They hire the subcontractor that stands outside Home Depot. Good workers, but if they cut corners and slip and fall, they sue you, take everything you got too. I told you to plan the problem. Maybe you'll think about taking any property you're going to fix up and quickly deed it to a division. Costs $12 or so. How about we do an assignment of equity? So at the end of the day, if they try to sue you, let's see if we can get them diddly squat. Hell, why not? You see, I told you to plan the problem. Now, I like irrevocable trust. Maybe you'll check that out. But do what you want. I mean, come on. You're the grown-up. What can I say? Step number 19, 6 more to go. If you're playing peekaboo with the IRS making a mess, why don't you stop it? Corporations don't pay tax so they make a profit. If you hypothetically screwed up in the past, go to irs.gov, download a 656 form, 433 A and B. All right, get all that free money. Get your butt back in the system starting today. By the way, that's called step number 20. Now, when you fix up a property, do not put any money in the damn property. Set up the divisions the way I teach you at the workshop. You save up to 70%. You don't pay a bill for 30 to 60 to 90 days anyway. Use their money to fix up the property. Escrow closes, you pay off the debt. Now you got up to $200,000 left over. Here's the problem with most men. They get money and they piss it away and they're broke the next day. You're not going to do that anymore, none of you, especially the men. Raise rules, leverage money, write it down. Borrow money's not taxable. We're going to teach you how to set up that line of defense better than you ever did in your life, too. By the way, this is step number 21. Blackjack. Now, here's my office just before I died in a coma. It's a Reynolds University, Irvine Spectrum, 22,000 square foot building. Had other locations in basically Arizona and Utah, too, doing up to $1 million a day, helping people like you. The bank would be at the office all the time going, Banks love to kiss your ass. It's when you got money. But if you don't have a pot, you know what? Guess what? They don't know your name. So let's learn Ray's secrets. Banks borrow from up to times 10s from the feds. Loan back to you 5. If you would have leveraged that money out of that escrow, Ray's rules, you don't get it. That would have turned into $3 million of borrowed money, non-taxable. You would have bought a McDonald's for $2 million tax-free. I don't know what's wrong with you. But the reality is you can learn to play too. Like I said, if you get money in a corp, that's a good thing. But if you don't learn how to go 5 times X and tax-free, you're going to run out of money. Do it my way, you never run out of money ever again. Isn't that fun? Your corporation, that's a setup class tomorrow, we're going to teach you how to make it a management company. Line of defense. The divisions become the ducks. Quack, quack, quack. If rich and famous people can do this, banks, BofA, Chase, Wells Fargo Bank, grocery stores, twos, and cities, why don't you write down the 3-step that I invented for you? Ready? Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. If I can't save a piece, I might have to bankrupt it. But I keep the good pieces and I never bring the pain home like you did. No, you're not going to do it anymore, right? You got a choice. It's called a division and a tax ID. We're going to learn to play. Is that okay with you? So let's remember that's step 22. Now ask yourself a question. What are you willing to lose? Come on, you brought the pain home before. We're not going to do that anymore. Corporation, let's do that pierce the veil coming after you. I don't want to lose anything. I want world peace. I got no intent to do fraud, neither do you. But if a division got screwed up, I'm going to go get another one, another one, another one, another one. Hey, if the city, the bank, and the grocery store can do this, rich and famous people, I can do it too. When we win and we play any game, you know you have to lose a piece or two, right? So this way you become a winner and you get checkmate every time. Is that okay? Again, I like checkmate, but he's going to need Ray's secrets to do that too. Ultimate goal number 23. So what do we get to do? There's a car called the Reynolds University in the building too. Reaching the dream. Think to be the impossible. Raise rules and I make millionaires every day. You want to be next? Let me know. But you're going to have to master the secrets. Is that okay with you? So remember today, the 14th Amendment of the Constitution turned corporations into people. All right, the United States of America Incorporated has 50 states called corporations. States have cities, corporation too. So in other words, they have their line of defense, but you don't have yours for you. Oh, well, you're kind of past due on that. What do you think? Now remember, you should be winning the battle and learning Ray's secrets starting today. Now, never have joint credit. That makes no sense. You buy a house, escrow close, instead put it in a trust. Ray's rules. Corporations should have $1 million+ of credit. Why? It's free down money. You get to write up the card interest rate and even the down payment. All you got to do is maintain that payment and go, whee! A division for every piece of property. Franchise, current business. We're going to master Ray's rules. Setting up the line of defense. Is that okay with you? All you got to do is pay attention. That's step 24. One more to go. Now, if you want to play with me directly, you'd have to basically Zelle right away. If not, I'd call the office. You get to play with them too, and I get to do the workshops with you anyway. So again, kind of fun. So if you want to do it the do-it-yourself book and CD, okay. Class at 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time on Saturday, or we do the work for you. And it's $9.98 at the office. Through me, it's $4.99. Class at Education Analyzation 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time tomorrow too. Average case 90 days. No case goes past 180 unless you screw up on you. And on top of that, I'm handing you a $1,000 cash card, guaranteed, and taking away your excuses. And if you Zelle right away, you get it for $4.99. Or call the office. You can get them their commission at $9.98. You're guaranteed a $750 score, and all you had to do is Zelle right away or bank or transfer. That's all you got to do. So bottom line for the beginners, it's called the starter package for millionaire. Credit rebuilding, rapid score, office list, tax ID, articles as well, the setup in level 1, 30 days, $10,000 of cash credit. Office wants to give it to you for $2,000. I give you a half price of $9.99. You get all the goodies and 10 times your money back to you if you Zelle during a webinar with me. Oh well, $25,000 of cash credit, same goodies. Well, the office wants $5,000. I discounted to $2,499 to you, and all you had to do is Zelle, Ray Reynolds, RayRiskCredit.com. Simple to do. But again, today, we got to stay safe and strong. The world's readjusting. All right, some things are going crazy too. So let's do our best. Let Jesus do the rest, and amen to that too. At the end of the day, step 25 means you're going to Zelle right away or transfer a deposit. If not, call the office at 800-510-3338. That's 800-510-3338.